A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. For the most of you who don't know me, my name is Sahban and I look after the activities across IFAM Youth in Rooty Hill and IFAM Youth in Penrith. It's not every day you get asked to speak in front of hundreds of people, especially with the abundance of knowledge that we have present here today. But nonetheless, I'd like to take the time out to speak to you about the importance of Islamic representation in your relevant workplace, educational activities, sporting activities in your local community, and how important that is. We as Muslims are taught by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to have the best of characters, which is predominantly reflected in our actions and in our lifestyles that we live. Our actions and our behaviors are the most effective means of delivering dawah to those who are unaware of the benefits and wisdoms our deen gives us. So in respect to that, the two aspects that I'd like to focus on today is our salah and our akhlaq. Salah is crucial towards building a structured lifestyle, a structured routine. It is a constant reminder of our commitment towards our obedience to Allah. We don't choose what time we want to pray. We don't choose how we want to pray or the clothes we should wear or where it is acceptable for us to pray. Salah itself offers a level of discipline that no other ritual offers. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is you pray your Sajda Salah. It's lunchtime at work and you pray Salah again. Just before you finish work, it's Asr time. And when you get home, you have to pray your Maghrib Salah. And just before you go to sleep again, you have to pray your Isha Salah. It builds a constant routine. This regular act of worship allows us to detach ourselves from all the problems and all the challenges that Allah Himself has put upon us, and to redirect ourselves, redirect our attention towards remembering Allah Himself. This gives us a better perspective on our situation and helps us make more thoughtful decisions. In Surah Baqarah, verse 153, Allah says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sta'inu bis-sabri was-salah, inna Allaha ma'as-sabirin. O you who believe, seek help through patience and prayer. Surely Allah is with those who are patient. Again, in Surah Baqarah, in verse 45, Allah says, وَاسْتَعِينُوا بِالصَّبْرِ وَالصَّلَاةِ وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ وَإِنَّهَا لَقَبِيرَهَا إِلَى اللَّهِ عَلَى الْخَاشِعِينَ. Seek help through patience and prayer. It is indeed exacting, but not for those who are humble in their hearts. And so our commitment towards our prayer helps us stay away from all the haram that's available. In chapter 45, in chapter 29, verse 45, Allah says, "Utlu ma uhiya ilayka min al-kitabi wa aqimus salah inna salata wa tanha anil fahsha wal munkar wa la dhikrullahi akbar wallahu ya'lamu ma tasna'un." Recite, O Prophet, what is revealed to you of the books and establish salah. Surely salah restrains one from shameful acts and evil deeds. Indeed, it is in the remembrance of Allah is the greatest of all things, and Allah is aware of all that you do. So far so that the Prophet says that the difference between faith and disbelief is the abandonment of salah. Furthermore, salah also shows us through equality, that also promotes equality. When we stand in salah in Jamaat, we don't care who is next to us, whether he is poor, he is rich, he is young, he is old, he is strong, he is weak. We all stand equal in the eyes of Allah, and the only thing that differentiates us is our level of iman. This level of humility and humbleness is required to be exemplary Muslims, aligning us with appropriate akhlaq. Aligning this with appropriate akhlaq would allow us to be of better character. Ikhlaq is so important that the entire message of Islam and the reason why Allah sent us a messenger is so we can perfect our manners. It is reported that our beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, The only reason why I'm sent to you is to perfect good ikhlaq. It supersedes your level of knowledge or your level of worship. Salah was not established until 2 years before, during Isra al-Miraj, 2 years before Hijrah. Sawam, fasting wasn't established until 2 years after Hijrah. Hajj wasn't established until 2 years before the death of Rasulullah. So much so that he only performed Hajj once in his life. And the same goes with the other pillar of Iman, which is Zakat. So amongst the earliest of revelations from the Quran, Allah Rabbul Kaaba speaks about the importance of good ikhlaq. In Surah Ad-Duha, He says, وَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Therefore, as for the orphan, don't oppress them. For the beggar, do not scold them, and speak gratefully about the bounties of your Lord. Furthermore, in Surah Man, amongst the earliest of surah revealed in the Quran, Allah says, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُ الْيَتِيمَ وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طُعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاعُونَ وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ. Verily, have you seen who denies his own judgment? So he is the one who pushes away the orphan, does not persuade others to feed the needy, who performs salah but is neglectful of their salah, and who only do good to show off and refuses to be generous. Our scholars have divided ikhlaq into 3 different categories, and this is what I'm going to wrap up with today. The first ikhlaq is your ikhlaq between you and your Rabb, Allah. Your level of tawakkul, your level of iman, your khushu when you perform prayer. The second form of ikhlaq is your ikhlaq with the rest of humanity. That includes how you deal with others, whether you're honest with them, whether you're patient and forgiving and caring. It also includes having a clean heart. And your third form of ikhlaq is your ikhlaq with your own self. Completing tasks to perfections, meeting deadlines, being honest with yourself. Very difficult things to do. A good akhlaq has the potential to triumph over ritual acts of worship. The Prophet ﷺ said that the heaviest matter on the Day of Judgment is a person's scale. Is their ikhlaq. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.